One of the biggest reasons why Americans fail today financially is because we're getting away from the nuclear family dynamic.
Oh, great, Dad.
Yeah, oh, great, Dad.
Now more than ever, Americans are living alone.
For the past half-century, the share of people living alone in America has doubled.
When you don't have that support of your family, you don't have the extra help in many categories. What if somebody gets sick, a parent dies, or somebody loses a job? In a nuclear family, somebody can just step in and take that place, like an uncle, an auntie.
There were uncles, nieces, nephews around. If a relationship failed, if somebody died, there were plenty of other people to pick up the slack.
Today in society, America is moving away from that nuclear family and the extended family and moving to more of an individualism.
We're independent thinkers. Roger, 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 roger.
So what is a nuclear family? Well, that's pretty much defined as a two-parent household with 2.5 children, some uncles, some other family, extended families that all kind of come together as one. We see this big Thanksgiving feast imagery as the nuclear family, all together on the table, sharing food, sharing memories, and keeping the traditions and the norms all together, and they're all supporting each other. We moved away from that in the 19th and 20th century, so we've shifted away from that family dynamic to be more individualistic, so we can all think what we want, do what we want, go where we want, whenever we want. Yeah, there's some pluses to that, but there are also a ton of negatives. Nuclear families make the most money. Nuclear families have the most successful jobs, and they lead the most successful and happy lives. That's because they're with their family, they're with that tight-knit community. They have the support, not just financially, but have that financial and that emotional support as well. It's all encompassed into one. I mean, as humans, we need money to survive, yes, but we also need that comforting support from loved ones. Humans weren't meant to suffer alone, not in all of history. We are all meant to be together or share somebody. In the 1800s, pretty much 70 through 75% of households were farming households. The men in the households farmed and they lived with their family. Now fast forwarding kind of past the Victorian area into the 19th to 20th century, factories started to come along, and with factories, people and individuals like myself and like you thought, hey, we could leave our families and go chase the American dream. Now again, there's some pluses and minuses to that. However, speaking financially, this is the toughest on the individual. Now they have to support themselves. If they go through any hardships, they also have to deal with them themselves, and they don't have that support of their family. You know how simple it is if you don't have a car, if you're, maybe 22 years old and you're not doing the best financially, that you could use your brothers or your sisters or your uncles or your aunts because you guys live together in that nuclear family household. Again, it's extremely important, and I can't stress it anymore. Today, the numbers look a little bit like this. Only 1/3 of Americans today live in a nuclear family. But if we look back maybe just 30, 40 years ago, in 1970s, 75% of kids were living with their two parents, that dual parent household, that nuclear family. And now in today's society, we're breaking up those even further. We're breaking these nuclear families to be separate. The brothers and sisters all live by themselves, and they may even have broken families. Which causes even more struggle emotionally and financially for individuals. We have to think about the future. We have to think about our kids, our grandkids, what we're building, what we're establishing for them right now. If we're not thinking about creating that strong nuclear family, how will we take care of our kids in the future? Many times this is generational, so it's passed on and it's passed on and it's passed on. But you could be, just by understanding the power of a nuclear family, can actually be the one that fixes that generational trauma, that financial and emotional family dealings that just weren't the best. It's all about making a mindset switch, understanding a simple concept, putting it into action, and actually seeing the results that work. So maybe you're struggling to get ahead, maybe you're struggling to save that $5,000, maybe you're struggling to buy a house, to buy a car, to buy diapers, to buy food, basic necessities. You guys need to start understanding the power of nuclear families, because maybe this could be your solution to help you change your life forever. It's helped me tremendously in the past years since I've really understand the concept of nuclear family. Before that, I did struggle a little bit more because I didn't have that support system, and now I'm able to understand that and create and put that support system in my life of a nuclear family to help me succeed in any way I really want to. So guys, I hope this video gave you a lot of information. It's a lot of surface level stuff. You can do more research online, really learn as much as you can about nuclear family and the benefits, because trust me, if you try to incorporate them into your family and your life, you could live a lot of an easier life financially and emotionally. Thanks again, friends. I'll see you soon.